Let's get you our latest as far as the escalation between Iran and Israel is concerned. Now, 100 missiles have been fired towards Israel. Iran has fired 100 missiles early this morning. There have been, we are seeing that conflict has escalated overnight. There have been explosions that are being reported from both sides. 224 people have died. That is what Iran has said. These are visuals coming to you of the destruction that has been caused due to these explosions late last night, overnight, going into early hours, wee hours of the morning, as you can see, with officials there trying to clean up the debris. And this is the kind of destruction we're seeing, mass destruction as far as, this is the conflict between Iran and Israel. While it is Iran that's gone on to claim that 224 Iranians have died in the conflict in Israel, 14 people have died. Now, the fighting between both sides has been taking place over the last 4 days, killing civilians and raising concerns amongst world leaders that the biggest battle between all enemies could lead to a broader regional conflict. Now, as I mentioned, 224 deaths have been reported in Iran. 90% of those deaths, the casualties that are being reported, are civilians, as per Iranian Health Ministry. The Israeli authorities have, in fact, gone on to report 14 people have died in the Jewish state in those Iranian attacks, including children. Iran has rejected the ceasefire negotiations while under Israeli attack. Tehran reportedly told mediators, that's Qatar and Oman, that they will only these are very serious negotiations, only and only once Iran has completed its response to the Israeli preemptive strikes. Do remember that, the Iranian leader had gone on to say that there's more to come and that the response won't be half measured. So do remember that Israel had targeted, the airstrikes had hit key nuclear facilities and military facilities in Iran, killing many top commanders as well as atomic scientists. Jerusalem also plans to kill Iran's supreme leader. Those are the claims that are being made, but has strongly been advised against it by the US president. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli leader, has claimed that Iran's Islamic regime has pinpointed that US president has been a threat to its nuclear program and actively worked to assassinate him. That is the claim that's being made, that they want to kill him. He's enemy number one. That is what Benjamin Netanyahu has gone on to say, and that is what Fox News has reported. Now look at this. Look at the visuals coming in. This is the kind of strikes we're seeing. 100 missiles have been launched. That is what Iran is saying. Look at the kind of destruction that is taking place. Listen in to Benjamin Netanyahu, who's gone on to claim that it is in fact Donald Trump who's the target. They plan to assassinate him. That is a claim that's being made against Iran and the authorities. Listen.
הטייסים הנפלאים שלנו מעל טהרן. טהרן בוערת. אבל אנחנו מכוונים לא לאזרחים, אם כי אמרנו להם להתפנות. הם מתפנים. בפינוי המוני. זה קורה עכשיו. אתם לא שומעים את זה, כי האיראנים מסתירים את זה. אבל זה מה שקורה. אבל הם, לעומת זאת, הם תוקפים, מפציצים את האזרחים שלנו. בתמרה, בתל אביב, בראשון לציון, ברחובות, בכל מקום. אנחנו כמובן פועלים אחרת.
And of course, we are getting you the situation on the ground, the kind of destruction that's been seen, and a lot of concerns being raised as far as Arab states are concerned, Arab nations, the Middle East, all of which could get involved. And this really has had an impact as far as gold prices are concerned, oil prices are concerned. And of course, this really comes to the heels of the conflict as far as the problem that we were seeing between Gaza and Israel. And also do remember the continued war that has been continuing for years now between Ukraine and Russia, and the attacks that are continuing, even though both sides have come to the table for a negotiation, but that seems to be going nowhere. We have Ghazali joining us in order to get us the very latest. Ghazali, you are seeing the situation from close quarters. We are seeing visuals on our screen. It's looking, the situation is completely out of hand at the moment.
Yeah, certainly, because it's the third day when Iran has launched ballistic missiles into Israel's territory. Israel continues to attack into Iran's territory, and both the countries are taking hits at each other. Civilian casualty or overall casualty in Iran is far, far higher than what we have seen in Israel. More than 200 people have been reportedly killed in Iran, which includes women, children, and elderly, as well as nuclear scientists, military commanders. But when it comes to Israel, there have been casualties, which is more than 10 in number, as far as the figure is concerned. In Israel, what we have seen that civilian infrastructure has also taken a hit, be it in the cities of Haifa, Tel Aviv, Jaffa, and other areas in Jerusalem and other districts of Israel. Meanwhile, when it was expected that perhaps the US President Donald Trump will now ask both parties to stop the war, sit for negotiations, he though is appealing about all this, but it has not shown any kind of impact on both the countries or the leadership. Iran, meanwhile, has said categorically that it will not sit for nuclear negotiations with US, which has been going on for past several months, because until Israel stops the attack, there is no point sitting for talks, is what the Israel says. Meanwhile, Israel says that until it dismantles the entire nuclear program of Iran, the attacks will still continue into Iran's military infrastructure, as well as other nuclear program sites inside the country. What we have seen yesterday was that through the day, Israeli fighter jets and projectiles continue to attack in the capital city of Tehran and other areas. But what we are also picking that the nuclear program or the nuclear program sites of Iran has not yet been completely damaged despite these aerial strikes by Iran. And the stakes are high for all the three stakeholders, be it for Iran, because the regime can't just stop attacking Israel. It can't stop the war now because they have to have something as a face saver, and they still need to continue their nuclear program to show it to their people that they have some symbolic victory in the war. As far as Israel is concerned, they had launched this attack for the first time. They had started the war. So for them, a face saver would be to completely destroy Iran's nuclear program. And as far as the United States is concerned, if Donald Trump manages to get peace between the two countries, even that would be a setback, because he would be the first US president who will be labeled as a president who allowed Iran to develop a nuclear program. So all three parties in this conflict have higher stakes, and it doesn't look so that in the next coming days there would be a ceasefire or a truce between the two countries.